Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to Stevo's Chop Shop. I haven't filmed much in the shed for a while, so sorry about that, but I'm pretty stoked to be back in the shed filming again. This has been a bit of a spur of the moment decision to do a full overhaul on this 2004 Kawasaki KLX110. This belongs to my mate Axel. I'll tell you a bit of a story about how the bike came to be in my shed for the last 2 years untouched. So the last time this bike was ridden properly was, I think, over 2 years ago. A friend of ours had a mini bike party. Axel brought this along. I don't think it had been ridden for ages before that even. And we got it going, rode it for the weekend. Axel bailed early the next morning and messaged me and said, "Hey Stevo, can you take my bike?" And then after looking at it, I said to him, we should probably give this thing a bit of love, like it definitely needs a birthday. 2 years later, I'll admit I've been slack and haven't touched it. But yeah, keen to do a bit of a build on it, see what we can come up with. As you can probably see already, it's got some legit parts on it. It's got the KLX110 front end, aftermarket triple clamps. It's got the BBR rear end and a TB 134 kit with a blown top end, so she blows heaps of smoke. Hopefully I can fire it up in a minute and just make sure it all runs before I pull it down, and I'll go over the bike and see what other crusty stuff we can find that needs attention. I'll give you guys a quick tour of the workshop just to let you know what I've been up to. I've been doing a few bits and pieces on the Z50. I've made up a batch of these under fender guards that go up here. I'm selling those to guys online, so if anyone needs one of them for a Z50R, hit me up on Instagram at Stevo's Chop Shop. Also been doing a bit of Cerakoting. This is for a mate's YZ250. Same as this bike, this is my mate Kurt's. I've done a bit of Cerakoting on it as well. We've got the KTM tracker here, waiting to do a bit of a photo shoot on that one, then it's going to be up for sale. Got the WR hiding under there, got my 110 there doing absolutely nothing. Got the Cerakote set up here. Got my brother's Cowie triple waiting for parts as usual. And yeah, then now we've got this crusty KLX, which I think I'm going to throw up on the stand. So I might pull the Z50 off, clean up the bench a bit, clean up all this mess here, clean slate, throw the KLX on, and then start working on it. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing running. See if it's got fuel in it for starters. Got some in there. We might put it on reserve just in case. It's got a bit of tape over the carby, I'll rip that off. Choke on. So I just found out that it doesn't have a kill switch, and I was trying to get it into gear to stall it, but it wouldn't go into gear either, but I managed to get it into second. She's smoky, obviously needs a rebuild, but that legitimately just started first kick. I could not believe that. Now my shed's full of smoke. You probably noticed that it's got no foot pegs or peg mount on it at the moment. I ended up bending the hell out of my stock set on my KLX about 4 times. Kept straightening them, trying to strengthen them up, and I got over it, so I ended up stealing the set off Axel, so we'll have to put them back on. I'll probably have to buy a new set for myself, but Also just pushing the bike out to here. The chain sliders just fell to bits. Anyway, I'm gonna take her for a small ride before she gets pulled down. So this is her. I'll go through some of the parts and just see what dodginess we can find and have a bit of a look at what needs replacing. So obviously it's got the TBR seat, bit of a rip in it, which is a bummer. Probably reuse the foam and just get a new cover. Plastics are cheap Chinese shit. Definitely be pissing them off and put some good quality stuff on. Not sure what color yet. We're thinking black maybe or white. But anyway, so yeah, BBR rear end, shock and swing arm. I'm not sure. It says BBR on the shock, so I'm guessing it's their shock. I don't know too much about it, but we'll get that sorted. It's a bloody pogo, so we'll have to get that rebuilt. Swing arm should clean up pretty well. It's got XL rims which look to be laced to the standard hubs, and I did notice that some of the spokes were loose, but I'm thinking I might strip the rims and hubs down, Cerakote them, get them rebuilt so they're good to go. She's got a Pro Circuit titanium pipe, which is pretty cool. Obviously going to need a bit of love. Clean it up, new sticker, might have to repack it. The header pipe here has a bit of damage, which sucks, but hopefully I'll be able to fix that. It's got a few odds and ends that are pretty cool, like a little KLX110 oil filler. It's got a hydraulic clutch conversion with like the Magura master cylinder, which seems to be similar to ones that the KTMs used to use. Not sure if it is or not. Someone can correct me on that. It's got the ASV folding levers. They're pretty cool. We'll be able to reuse them. Front end clutch. KX60 forks. Guessing they're a Two Brothers Racing triple clamp. Probably reuse them again. BBR fuel cap with Red Baron breather. Oh, just broke that. My bad. What else? It's got a TBR rear brake lever, but I noticed she's got some stress going on here. It's about to snap. Thinking I'll be able to re-weld that, give it a nice new shape, coat it all up, and it should be good. What else? It's got a bash plate, not sure of the brand, but same thing. I'll be able to straighten it out a bit, reuse it, put the foot pegs back on it. So these are the pegs over here. I think they're Fastway pegs, not sure of the mount. They'll be good though, we'll reuse them. What else we got? KLX110's side cover there. Gear lever might be salvageable. KLX110's cam cover. So yeah, she's at TB Parts 134 kit. Don't know if you can see that in there. I'm assuming that the head on it is like a race head, TB race head. So I'll obviously pull all that off, suss it all out, see what needs rebuilding. But I'm thinking just pull the whole motor down, rebuild the whole thing, coat it all up, get it schmicked. Yeah, XL front rim. It's got about 400 bar risers here, which I'm not really a fan of. Piss them off, put some decent bars on it. What else? Looks like it might have a fancy, oh, it's Katako coil, that's pretty cool. Japanese coil, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much it. start pulling it down now and see what we got. Also, I forgot to mention that before I was having a bit of a look, and look at this nasty little piece of work. So that there is the foot peg bracket mount, which more or less bolts to the underside of the motor. Hopefully it's not too badly damaged and I'll be able to clean it all out, put a nice weld in there, recut the thread and save it. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. I've stripped the plastics, the fuel tank, the pipe and the bash plate off the bike. Just got a bit of grass up here, hasn't seen a bit of love for a while. Bash plate full of grass and whatever else. She's pretty dirty, really. There's that shock setup. BBR branded shock, which is actually an Elka. That's pretty cool. What else have we got? Just dirty everything, more or less. Oil's freaking clean. What's that? I just got oil in it. So I got most of it pulled down now. She's pretty dirty. Oh, what's that? It's definitely Axel's bike. Yeah, I might pull the motor out now. I want to keep it rolling for now because it'll probably have to come off the stand again, possibly a few times because I've got other bikes on the go, so. Bin. There she is. So I'm going to give it a bit of a parts wash. Throw the whole motor in there. Throw these rubber gloves on to protect my precious hands. Don't forget your beer too. already looking heaps better. I think I'm going to leave it in here overnight. Come out in the morning, it should be sparkling. So I think that's going to do it for episode 1 on this KLX110 build. Got a fair bit done. I guess next episode I'll pull the motor right down, suss out the top end. I'm pretty sure it's fried, but have a look and see what we've got to deal with, and yeah, probably jump online, order some parts, go from there. Cheers, thanks for watching. So you probably noticed too that it's got no foot pegs or peg mount on it at the moment. You probably noticed that it's got no foot pegs or peg mount on it at the moment. Shut up! See what I gotta deal with?